A very good Friday morning to everyone out there across the Wobbles community and beyond. Landon here with you in the driver's seat, bringing you your latest weather forecast, courtesy of our friends at On Target. Folks, going to be calmer than what it was yesterday. That is the good news. We had the rounds of multiple strong, severe storms that rolled through the region. That thing actually ended up putting down a tornado over in Hart County that was outside of our coverage area. But luckily, there were no injuries reported up with that. Taking a look here at the latest surface map this morning, folks, we've got a developing weather scenario that's going to be bringing rain chances back here very soon. The good news is we're going to get a lull in the activity throughout today. However, as the day wears on, we're going to have this low pressure system deepen and begin to lift off to the north. That's going to attempt to bring this cold front back northward in the form of a warm front that's going to live north over the region. That's going to result in an uptick in cloud cover as we work throughout the day, but widespread showers and storms coming right back into the mix overnight and into Saturday. Might have a few strong storms, but it doesn't look like it's going to be nearly quite as organized as the severe event that we dealt with throughout the day there yesterday. Getting a look across the region to get things kicked off, the D93 Skycam, downtown Bowling Green, home of the Tony Rose Morning Show. I'll be cutting it up with him at the 7:30 a.m. hour. We are looking at a little bit of cloud cover out there. We got some moon and stars that are shining out there as well. Same can be said overlooking the Peachtree News Skycam. We got some partly cloudy skies out there this morning. We're going to be able to enjoy some sunshine throughout this morning, folks, but as previously mentioned, cloud cover will be on the increase as we work throughout the day. Temperatures are chilly this morning. We're hanging out right around the mid and upper 30s. It's going to be a far cry from what we experienced yesterday, folks. We were anywhere hovering on either side of the 70-degree mark yesterday. We're going to be hitting our ceiling right around the 50-degree mark for highs this afternoon, all right? We're going to have a light northerly wind component with that front settling down across the Tennessee Valley, but all that will be changing as we progress over and work on through the weekend. Here's a look at the current surface map, folks. High pressure to our north is going to churn in those light northerly winds throughout the day, keeping a little bit of chill in the air. You're going to want the layers on before you head out the door. But that front is going to be meandering back to the north here as we work over the course here over the next 12 to 24 hours. And we'll just give you the breakdown on what's going to unfold as a result. Here's a look at the latest model guidance. We work throughout today. We're going to be dry. High pressure is going to stay to our north. You'll blatantly be able to see here we have this warm front that's going to attempt to lift back to the north as we work into this afternoon. But in particular, after the uptick in clouds throughout our afternoon hours, rain chances are going to break out as early as the latter part of this evening. We'll have some light scattered showers to deal with, and then those are going to become more apparent as we work throughout our Saturday with the passing of yet another cold front right here that's going to be bisecting right through the region in the Saturday afternoon on into the Saturday evening time frame. Before we go any further, let's give you the full breakdown on that. Here we are working throughout today, and watch the cloud cover out of the south, folks. We're going to have some sunshine to soak in this morning, but very quickly, as we work into mid-morning on into early afternoon, cloud cover is going to become more abundant across the region, continuing to sock us in ahead of the rain chances that'll be arriving after the clouds do. So here's a look at the simulated radar to give you the full breakdown. We'll be dry as a bone today till we work into this afternoon. You might get a stray sprinkle. It's nothing to worry about. But then, folks, look at the surge in moisture as we work steadily throughout our overnight with more rain chances becoming apparent. And then we get into our Saturday, folks, and this is whenever the cold front is going to slide south and east through the region. We're looking at any point in time between the mid and late afternoon hours. Folks, you can blatantly see where the location of the cold front is going to be. This line of showers and storms is going to be lined out right along and ahead of it. Few of these storms could become strong. We are going to be lacking in stability. So again, confidence isn't as high as what we're going to see in comparison to those strong storms that impacted us yesterday. We might have to deal with a few locally strong wind gusts as a result. This thing plows down to the south and east between late afternoon and early evening, continuing its trek southward, and then we get all that moisture suppressed well south and east of the region. That's going to be bringing sunshine back to finish out the weekend, folks, but our temperatures are going to plummet yet again. We're going to be in the temperature pendulum swing. Today we're going to be near the 50 degrees for highs with the warm front surging north over the area tomorrow, folks. We're going to be looking at highs between the upper 60s and lower 70s yet again. Then as we work into our Sunday, highs are going to be trapped somewhere between the low and mid 40s. That's going to be setting us up for a interesting weather maker as we roll into the early days of next week. All right, folks, so let's jump in here and let's take a look at what's going to be unfolding, because we have got numerous weather makers that's going to be following suit after the Saturday system, rolling into the early, mid, and latter part of next week, okay? That could include some snow chances and some winter weather shenanigans that'll be coming along with it. So let's look. Cold front gets down to our south, high pressure, bringing in that northerly wind component here as we finish out the weekend, despite sunshine trying to reclaim the sky. Then as we work throughout our Monday, it looks like we'll be dry for the most part, but immediately as we get into Monday afternoon, Monday night into Tuesday, look at this weather maker. We got a split flow, folks. We're going to have a battleground scenario where the front is going to hang up right across the region, with rain showers and storms to the south and east of the front, with snow chances occurring to the north and west. And of course, guidance is showcasing this front bisecting right through the heart of Kentucky. Why would it be any other way, right? So here we are working into our Tuesday. GFS is keeping snow across the region, continuing into Tuesday afternoon. And then, folks, as we get into the evening, this is where the setup and where the question marks are going to reside. We got the warm conveyor belt churning in deep moisture out of the south and out of the Gulf. We got this cold conveyor belt driving in here out of the north and east. And the warm, moist air gets pulled up over the warm front and dumped over the sub-freezing layer where the cold conveyor belt is swinging around. If this forecast comes to fruition that the GFS is pointing out, we've got a good opportunity to get a nice little amount of snow in here. It is worth noting that the Euro is not in agreement with the GFS. It actually has the low 50 to 100 degrees northward that would keep us in a rain and thunderstorm environment instead of a winter weather environment. So with us continuing to be here on the cusp of 4 to 5 to 6 days out from this, there remains numerous question marks, and it is far-fetched to say if anything is etched in stone at this point in time. But wait, there's more. As we get past the Monday into Tuesday system, eyes turn to our west for another weather maker developing. As we roll into Wednesday evening into Thursday of next week, again, more question marks. If this low jogs any further south, we'll get in on more wintry weather, but right now it looks like we're going to warm up significantly with the opportunity of some strong storms coming right back into the mix. And then, wait, there's more. We get this weather maker out of here, folks, pulling out on the back side as we work into our Thursday and Friday. Maybe a change over to light snow on the back edge of this weather maker. And then another weather maker on its heels as we get into next weekend. They could be bringing more rounds of showers and storms with more snow on the back edge of it. This is for Sunday of next week. Not this coming Sunday, but the following one. So, folks, long story short, we have got a lot of activity that's going to be rolling through here over the next week or two. Several systems that we'll need to be watching very closely. Here's a look at our ensemble guidance for chances of at least 1 inch of snow. And here we are rolling into the Monday and Tuesday time frame. It's not an overconfidence chance here, but we're looking at a 30 to 40% probability of getting some measurable snowfall on the ground here across the region. And then those continue to linger, and you can see the battleground that we were talking about here setting up through the region. South and east, rain and storms. North and west, light to moderate snow showers. All the way through the mid and latter part of next week, continuing on into the weekend that follows as well. And folks, it's going to be a doozy. Might have to go get me a Sam's Club size bottle of Advil with the forecast that is going to be in store for us. Let's roll it back to the short term, get you ready for the weekend. We have been given a generalized thunderstorm risk. As of this point in time, no risk of severe weather for tomorrow, but there is something that I want to mention as the cold front blasts through here during Saturday afternoon and evening. Take a look at our machine learning guidance. It is showcasing and pegging the opportunity there on the right side of the screen and we could have a very small probability of getting in on a locally damaging wind gust or two as this thing blows through here. So despite instability lacking, we might not even hear thunder out of this tomorrow afternoon and evening. Some of the winds out there could be rather strong. Now for another scenario and concern that we have. Over the course of the next week, folks, we have been pegged with anywhere between 2 to 4+ inches of rainfall, with the numerous weather makers that's going to be impacting the entirety of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. This could obviously lead to flooding concerns with the copious amounts of rainfall we received here recently. We had right around 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch region-wide with the activity yesterday. This will need to be monitored and watched, folks, because with saturated soils out there, we could definitely get in on some flooding concerns as a result, with the numerous weather makers setting their sights on the Wobbles community. Here's a full breakdown of your next 6-day weather forecast, courtesy of Ohio Valley Insurance. For today, mix of sun and clouds this morning. Clouds taking over as the day wears on. Scattered rain chances arrive tonight. Widespread showers and storms with a passing cold front throughout our Saturday, with highs catapulting up between the low and mid 70s. Low and mid 40s for your Sunday, with sunshine fighting back in the sky. And then clouds come back into the fold Sunday night. Chances for a wintry mix on Monday, on into Monday night, continuing into Tuesday and Tuesday night, on into Wednesday and Wednesday night. Folks, we just covered it there in the long form portion of the video, looking at our guidance. Numerous weather makers with numerous question marks will remain the name of the weather game. That'll wrap up your Friday morning weather and night forecast presented by On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each